Wednesday, January 11th, 2012. Well, it continues to grow. It continues to really set its sights on free humanity and what's left of it. The agenda continues to grow day by day in a accelerated fashion, and it's continuing to pick up speed. It was just announced today that Homeland Security will now be monitoring your Facebook, your Twitter, your YouTube page, whatever. So I would just like to say hello to Homeland Security. Thank you for tuning into the PressWarp.com. I would just like to go on the record and personally thank Homeland Security and the TSA for really doing a good job at protecting us. I feel so much more safer now that we have these individuals looking over our shoulder. I did not even know cupcakes were a dangerous threat to society until the TSA came out and they informed me. I was informed. Thank you for informing me about cupcakes. I did not know they were evil and dangerous and Al-Qaeda. And I also want to thank you for really saving us from old ladies. They really needed to be hassled in the airports. It's been a long time coming, I know, but now we're safe from all the cranky old ladies with their canes. And even the more dangerous ones with those evil diapers. Those might be Al-Qaeda diapers. And we really have to watch out for Al-Qaeda diapers. So, I only wonder what we can be protected from next. Lemonade stands, Keebler elves, leprechauns in trees. It all seems rather ridiculous, doesn't it? But the fact of the matter is, the way they are expanding this police state, any of these ridiculous assumptions that we would once think really don't seem that ridiculous anymore. How they are doing this is they are racking up the credit card of the United States by printing more and more money and throwing this society into more and more debt. The only way they can expand a police state is by doing this. This is why the Federal Reserve is gung-ho on keep printing. Here, we need to expand the police state because they're the arm of the agenda. Working together with the CFR, Trilateral Commission, and all these other globalist groups that are hell-bent on destroying our sovereignty and destroying the United States economy. So it's really important that we keep staying informed and that people really wake up, because they're only going to continue these ridiculous police state measures. Expanding out to the streets, shopping malls, football games. This has all been announced. It's just a matter of time before they actually start doing it, and you're going to see it, and then you're going to be walking up there with your kid, walking into a football game, being groped just like anybody else who goes into an airport. So if you thought you could avoid the TSA by just not flying, well, no. Going anywhere, shopping malls, driving on the freeway, randomly searched, they want to be in your business. While we're on the topic of the TSA expanding to the national freeways, I don't know if you ever noticed, but you see these pavement blocks that they've been constructing over the past decade. And I've traveled throughout the United States a lot over the past few years, so I've actually noticed the buildup of these, and they're all over the place. They're just pavement blocks in the medians of interstates. And they never seem to really be serving a purpose. They just keep expanding these medians, just a certain size, just enough for a checkpoint. And this is what they're doing. They're building the infrastructure. They're using our money against us. They're building the police state. So it's really important that people need to wake up and really understand what's going on. So you have all this going on. You have TSA expanding to the national freeways and shopping centers and football games. It was announced not too long ago that KBR, which is former Halliburton, has been awarded a contract with FEMA to man these internment centers within 72 hours of advance notice. They'll have 72 hours advance notice to get these camps manned and ready to go in the event of any national emergency that may warrant these types of facilities to be facilitated. Now, you have to really think, how would they know 72 hours in advance of this grand emergency or chaos? How would they know 72 hours in advance of an emergency that would require all of these internment camps being set up throughout the United States? How would they know? Well, anyone who has a brain will think that, well, maybe they have some inside knowledge of something that's about ready to happen down the road. Well, you would think anyway, but as a lot of you are aware, our society has become brainwashed and decadent. They have become, I guess the word is childlike state of mind, or in a false reality. They care more about their materialistic things and watching Dancing with the Stars as opposed to caring about their even financial security or even their freedoms. They don't really care. And it's the conditioning that they've been under for so long under this system. The system has studied our population. They know how to do this to people. So they're getting it ready. The problem is with the people who are waking up. They're really getting scared, so that's why they're hurrying up to completion to get this whole system and the apparatus of the police state together before it's too late for them, because they're running out of time and we're running out of time. So it's coming together, and it's about to happen real soon. They're going to use Iran. Iran is going to be the catalyst for this, I do believe. Once that war is initiated, the economic hell will begin, because that will just make everything explode. You're not only going to have all these wars breaking out across the world, because it's not just once Iran goes, China, Russia is going to get involved. You have the alliance being formed in Venezuela, Central America. Today he was just in Cuba, so they're forming alliances everywhere. And all these places that the United States and the Empire have made enemies at, they're all going to be in the war. It's going to be a total global war is what this is. But of course, this is what we call full spectrum dominance, because they're playing both sides of the party. They're playing the one side where, our society is evil, and they're using the other faction of this system against us, while they're using us against that faction of society. It's full spectrum dominance. They've done this all throughout history. In World War I, World War II, they used both sides to expand their means. They sit at the top and they fund both sides. So while this war is going on, they're funding Al-Qaeda inside the Middle East. They fund Al-Qaeda, they cause the problem, they get the reaction, and then they come in and propose their solution. This is what their plan is. This is how they do it. This is it. So that's why it's really important that we support the alternative media and we support other alternative news media sites out there. It is one thing to develop something for somebody that's already awake. That's easy, because they can just go and they'll go and read something, and that's that. They like to research, so you can just post some links and that'll be it. That's another thing entirely to develop a tool for somebody who is brain dead, a brain dead zombie like our average public is. This is why I'm really concerned about the alternative media right now, because we don't have a tool like this. We don't have something to where a brain-dead zombie is going to go and just look in the spark lights. Because once that spark is lit, obviously, they start to go down the rabbit hole and go down into the other links and tunnels that leads them into different directions of the truth. We don't have that. All we have is just these outlets with great information, but no real spark to it. And that's what the PressWarp.com is going to do. We're going to build an educational library that puts all this information together, and we're going to try to do it in somewhat of an entertaining way, because obviously our brain-dead public needs that entertainment for their brain to have that spark click. So keep supporting PressWarp.com. Keep sending your comments. I've been reading a lot of great ideas, and it's really been helpful. Thank you for joining me on PressWarp.com. Take care.
And there's not much left to go around.